It is measured on the transmitted beam. The push pulse is sent into the liver, and then the radiation takes place. The radiation, the faster if the liver is hard, means when the liver is in a pathology condition. If the liver is soft, the transmission beam will take more of time, and this the velocity will be manifested on the screen on meter per second, because in USA the FDA doesn't have a kilopascal, but outside USA the kilopascal is allowed. So this is how it works. The push pulse centers, and this push pulse we use the same probe, the C51 probe. You don't need a specialized probe for that, which was earlier, which was today used by the fibroscanner, specialized probe with a mechanical vibrator. We don't require such probe. The same probe which is used for ultrasound imaging, the same probe is used for the push pulse. And that's how when it touches the sample, it radiates. And in this case, the elastography, why it is best in the industry? The reason being, the penetration is highest. It is 2 to 8 centimeter. So velocity in stiffer tissue faster than soft. And these are the different ultrasound elastography: user compression or physiological motion, acoustic radiation force impulse RP, and the mechanical stimulus, which is used by the fibroscan. Acoustic radiation force impulse used in qualitative and relative quantification and absolute quantification, that is point quantification. The point quantification used by the Philips, Siemens, the virtual touch, and it is not a real time. The Philips, the cooling time is minimum. It is fraction of second. You just put a sample and it will come automatically. So this is the strain elastography. I will just run through the slides. So there are 3 types of technique which is used on the shear wave. One is RP, used by the Siemens. Philips uses point quantification, and Supersonic uses SDUP, which is shear wave dispersion ultrasound hygrometry. They try to relate the viscosity with the elasticity, but there is a debate going on whether the specificity is more important than the viscosity in case of neoplastic lesion. So elasto PQ, the sensitivity is highest, which is 89.5%. Specificity is 84%, QPV 81%, and NQV is 91.3%. So there is a KPA meter because if somebody wants other values in meter per second, it can be easily shown in kilopascal and vice versa. So these are the Metaville classifications: 2 to 7 kPa is normal, 8 to 11 kPa is mild fibrotic changes, 12 to 21 kPa moderate fibrosis, and 22 plus kPa is a severe fibrosis. So the staging can be done very accurately. There is no overlap. So this is one of the most advantage of the point quantification technique. So these are how the strain based elastography taking place. And now, in case of Philips, the quantification is there in the QLab, your virtual ultrasound. So you can do the quantification study also in the strain based elastography. This is a unique feature, another feature. So if there is a lesion which is neoplastic, it will come very clearly. So there is no overlap. So these are the comparison studies I will not get. Just the last slide from my side. Today doctors of science are full. So you can do a lot of things, not only the fetal well-being, but also get deep into the elastography, and your machine is equipped with a lot of features. So you can just explain. Now it's your turn. Thank you everyone for your patience.
You will tell me. So now I will test him to tell me more about what I can do. So friends, we have gathered here to discuss Why go for high-end premium ultrasound machines? The market is full of machines selling at a fraction of the price of these machines. Then why go for these higher cost gadgets? Why need it? So this is a very pertinent question, and in Marwar it's a most important question, I suppose. Why to spend money when less money will do? In an age of technology, whenever a new technique comes, it faces challenges. Even Einstein faced challenges when he came up with his theory of relativity. It was accepted at least 50 years after his death. Arguments which go against spending so much money. Number one is the comfort zone argument. What's wrong with the technology we are already using? The answer is there's nothing wrong. Only things evolve. Newer is better. You don't trust me? You can ask a man named Charles Darwin. He said things do evolve. A monkey becomes a man. So things have to evolve. We have to go along with the technology. We used to ride in bullock carts. Now we zip around in jet planes. Why indeed? So the times are changing. Radiology is basically a subject which is married to technology. So unless and until we keep up with the technology, we will be left behind and the people will go ahead. I remember a time 5 years back when I bought an E8. I was in Sumerpur that time. People used to say that this is a wastage of money, wastage of everything. But after 5 years, I don't regret that decision. I shifted to Jodhpur because of that machine. If I was doing ultrasound with a 5 lakh, 7 lakh machine, I would still have been there doing scans for 100 rupees, 125 rupees, and never have shifted to Jodhpur. So even monkeys nowadays go for technology. We are humans, we should. Even a car made of logs has a steering wheel. It also wants to evolve. Even non-living things want to evolve. Why can't we? Why shouldn't we? Then there is the high cost argument. It's too expensive here. ये कंपनी वाले तो लूट रहे हैं. As Lalita ji used to say in the old surf ad, as I was preparing this presentation, that Lalita ji popped into my head. भाई साहब सर्फ की खरीदारी में ही समझदारी है. क्यों सर्फ? निर्भाग्य में. The companies invest so much in technology and provide you with that technology. The research takes so much of money, so much of effort. There are so many people working on that. They have to be paid. Naturally, the end user has to pay more. You use the technology, benefit the patients, make money in the process. So we have to give it back to them, friends, so that they can make better products for us. It's the way the world moves. महंगी तो है, पर better. Now, what is new in this machine? Number one is the X-Matrix technology. I am already in love with this. It is the only transducer capable of real-time 4D imaging, that is 3 spatial dimensions plus motion. And as he described, the C-plane is much better visualized in X-Matrix than in any other modality. As volume datasets can be acquired and displayed faster than the capacity of the human eye to retain a visual impression, which is estimated as 1/10 to 1/30th of a second. So this is really fast, really fast. Then there is a fiddle art navigator about which I just told you. This is the image which I constructed with our fiddle art navigator. The 4-chamber, the LVOT, the 3-vessel view, and the arch view. They are all there with a 2-second flip. Then there is elastography. This is also new. Progression of hepatic fibrosis, which is a non-invasive assessment of chronic liver disease. Diagnostic imaging modalities, ultrasound, shear wave, fibroscan, MRI, elastogram, 3D density, size, shape, everything is there. But fibroscan is a standalone machine which costs around 80 lakh rupees, which does only liver elastography and nothing else.
And it is blind.
And it is being used by gastroenterologists, not by radiologists. Here it's blind, as they say. I haven't seen that machine. I have heard it discussed at a Delhi conference around 2 months back. You all know Shriram Agarwal, he is a gastroenterologist in Delhi. I rang him up before buying this machine. He also talked to his seniors, the head of the department under whom he has worked. They are also using fibroscan, but they say that they are running an experiment with side-by-side calculations with a Philips machine and a fibroscan, and they found the results comparable. And believe it or not, according to some papers, though it's very preliminary, I won't put my money on it, but still, around 88% specificity for a malignant or a cirrhotic nodule can be made out with this modality. 88% specificity is very high. How many of our patients can go for a liver biopsy? If we suspect cirrhosis, how many of them can go for a liver biopsy? I suppose this will be an adequate tool for a city like Jodhpur. It should be. Now I'll show you some images. This is an image I took with the new machine. This is a skeletal mode of this machine. And another image which I took with the Wilson unit. This is a spina bifida. It's clearly seen. Before I had seen this image, I thought this was a very good image. I could see the spina bifida very clearly. There was no doubt in my mind that there is a spina bifida. But if I had this modality, I suppose it would have been better. It would have been a better picture. It would have made a better impression on the clinician. So, this is another from an old machine. This is anybody? This is cystic adenomatous malformation of the lung. The liver is seen, the diaphragm is seen, the heart is pushed to the left side, on the right side there is a cystic adenomatous malformation. This case I did on this machine. The septal pellucidum is partial. The bowel is dilated. This is a TUI. You can run through each image if you want. And to top it all, this is a 3D image. You see the incomplete septum pellucidum. What is the diagnosis? Lobar pullophosyl brought up very clearly. Dilated ventricles communicating with each other. Incomplete septum pellucidum.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
It is taken in the normal probe, study or the volume?
No, with fiber.
The normal.
Yes. This 3D was taken with a normal 5-1 probe. There is a freehand 3D utility with every probe. Even the 2D probe can be used as a 3D probe, which is another innovation in Philips. You don't even have to go, if your budget is limited, you don't have to go for a 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs volume probe. You can do it by freehand with any probe on this machine. Any 2D probe can give you a 3D picture. Since the uterus, the ovaries, the breast, everything are non-mobile organs, very easily we can master the technique of a freehand 3D and get the images by a 2D probe. This image was taken by a 2D probe. These are echogenic kidneys taken with a cold machine. This also I did an intracavitary freehand 3D because I don't have a volume intracavitary probe. But you can see a dichorionic twin pregnancy here. This is totally freehand. And you can reconstruct the images in a normal way in which you construct the volume images. Only the volume is taken with a hand sweep